Make some noise at the Untitled Open Mic. My name is Ricky, he, him. I'm one of your organizers, your hosts for tonight.
My name is Nikolai, she, her, they, them. I'm also one of your hosts and organizers for tonight.
Wow, you can be anywhere on a Wednesday, but you are here at Dragonfly Cafe. This is the Untitled Open Mic. We've been doing this open mic for 18 years. We almost rent a car, right? You can buy scratch-offs. Maybe we should be buying some.
Vote and get tattoos.
Yes, a lot of beautiful things. Yeah. We are at some point will be creating the temporary tattoos. There we go. Temporary low poetry wheel tattoos that we'll have on our merch table. That's the goal.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Just put it on your forehead.
I'm all about that. But yeah, thank you all for being here with us. Give it for yourself. How about for yourselves for being here? Honestly, hump day's my favorite day of the week. Also, this won't be possible without our lovely venue and our lovely home. Let's give it up for Dragonfly Cafe as well, the wonderful staff. Beautiful, beautiful. So, for folks, if this is if you're a regular, welcome back. If you're new to this, definitely thank you for joining us. We've been doing this open mic to offer space for the community to get together to tell stories, share the art, tell poetry, build connections, and it's been growing and taking shapes in so many different ways. We're here on this 18th year, and we like to do special things with our open mic outside of you, the community, sharing. We have our main event. On our first Wednesday, we do a poetry slam. But our third Wednesday, we usually have a guest poet, maybe a traveling artist, a hometown homie, do a feature for us.
A work of cosmic delight, perhaps?
Cosmic delight? That sounds like the little Debbie snacks, right? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I was just thinking of two really cool words to describe tonight's feature.
Woo! Who's that? We got Kes Maro in the building. Yeah. We got some dogs in the house? Oh, yeah, there we go. All right.
There's always at least five.
At least five. Well, we made the quota today. We're good. But yes, Kes is going to be following our open mic, and they're going to be doing an incredible set showcase. There might be other animals showing up. We got good confirmation from Kes. There's going to be animals showing up. Some transformation, transformative experiences. A lot of cosmic energy, as I mentioned. But we'll do some quick housekeeping for the open mic. If you signed up, we don't go in any particular order. You have about 3 to 5 minutes. We welcome all different styles. You don't have to be like a pro. I'm not a pro. But I'm pro you coming up here and telling your stories, all right? And see, but we like to welcome y'all. So if it's your first time on this open mic, definitely let us know because we love to celebrate you.
If this is your second time on the Untitled Open Mic, also let us know. Especially let me know because that's you'll find out. You'll find out.
Ooh.
That's fun.
Discovery. All right. Also, if for folks who are also sharing, if you have some work tonight that you think might be heavy in content, maybe triggering in some ways, we definitely encourage y'all to give us a heads up, you know, a little content warning, so folks can do what you got to do to take care of themselves, you in their space. You know? We have the exits, so how do you enter through the building? That's one thing.
And if you need to exit in order to use the restroom, there are keys over by the register area for the ones on this floor. However, there are bigger and better people bathrooms on the lower floor. So please utilize those if you need to. Don't try to, take care of yourself.
Please take care.
That's why you have me here.
Shout out to bathrooms. Shout out to the folks sitting in the front row. Y'all are cute. It's black zone. It's right. But as we mentioned, this open mic, people are coming up here telling their stories. You might have some lighthearted stuff. You might have some heavy stuff. And there's plenty of things in between, So with that being said, these stories, we welcome you to respond to them. The folks who are sharing tonight are giving themselves, putting energy into the space, and we would love for you to give that energy back. And there's some ways that you can show that transfer of energy, that active listening, that love, and we can practice some of that. Maybe we snap. Can we practice that real quick? It's cute. It's tame. It looks nice. Aesthetics. Maybe the person just performed. Maybe you want to clap for the whole. Can we clap for the whole real quick? Tonight's a special night. I've been getting and receiving a lot of hugs, and it feels good. Maybe a poem or a story tonight will make you feel something like that. You want to respond like maybe you got a hug, like a Can we get it? Yeah. Can we get a all right? Are there dogs in the building? Maybe we'll get some wolves in here later. Maybe this is cute. People walking by like, I'm just here for the smoothies, honestly. Which are wonderful.
Let's all make a blender sound.
Okay.
Speaking of sounds and noises, on a real note, it's related. Ricky and I make it look pretty easy to get up here and chit chat and talk and do whatever we do up here. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. But so it can be nerve-wracking to be up here sometimes. So out of respect for the folks who are up here sharing, we ask that it's good to chit chat and stuff, all that kind of stuff, low mumbles, whispers and stuff, because also there are folks who might not have the same level of hearing as you, so we got the microphones, we got the speakers, but folks in the back who are trying to tune in, just be respectful of both the performers and the rest of the audience members so that everyone can hear and listen and feel heard and listened to. Thank you.
That's great. Appreciate that. We do like to do some call and responses. So you can. There's ways for you to out loud some stuff if you're really, really about it. So if you're on this open mic and maybe the performer is sharing something that they wrote maybe earlier today or this week, you have something called new shit. All right, maybe someone's bringing something out from the archive, a little dusty, a little bit 2005. You got some old shit. And then you have,
That was 20 years.
Oh, it is 20 years ago.
I'm sorry.
Mathing. We're mathing. And then you have all the shits in between, okay?
In between shit.
All right, great. Also want to give you a heads up that just because everyone is really cute and we're all about remembering and honoring and witnessing the art and the magic that's happening, we are streaming and recording the event tonight and the performances, and we'll also be taking some photos throughout the evening as well. If you don't want to be photographed, let us know, and you'll keep your cute face to yourself. Yeah, I think yeah, you look nice. You look nice. Okay, Nikolai, are we forgetting anything?
Audience, are we forgetting anything? I wasn't here last time. I'm kind of rusty.
We're a little rusty. Nah,
We're
we
good?
good.
Okay. Hell yeah!
Oh my goodness. I think I guess we're ready. On deck. On deck we have the homie Chris. All right. But I think we're really excited for your first person who's breaking the ice. You know, summertime. It's a little chilly still. It's gotta break the ice. Give it up for your co-host, Nikolai, y'all.
Alrighty. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone! You guys suck. Just kidding. You don't suck. Anyway, alright. Yeah, I know some of you missed the bullying. Don't act like you didn't. Alrighty, I have some work in progress shit. I don't think actually I've shared any bits of this with anyone in the room. I think the other person I've run this past is my partner. He's on here tonight because he's doing rockstar stuff. Anyway. Hell yeah. Oh, I love him so much. Anyway. The working title is Tattoo. Proud veteran. That's what it says on my name tag at work. The name tag that I remove at the end of every shift and place back in my work bag. I don't wear that title like a name tag. I can't just take it off. I wear veteran like a tattoo. It seemed like a good idea at first. Some people think it's cool. Some people regret it on my behalf as much as I do. Some people don't even know it's there. I can cover it up with leather, lace, and lipstick, but underneath all of my layers, it's still there. I wear veteran like a tattoo. It seemed like a good idea at first. I feel no pride in serving a country that is destroying itself from the inside out. I pledged allegiance to a flag that flies over a crumbling nation and to the republic for which it stands, one nation heavily flawed, with liberty and justice for those who can fucking afford it. I swore under that flag to serve and the thems. Who's defending my peers, my fellow queers? Who's defending our minority populations? Who's defending anyone nowadays? I guess they're too busy giving tattoos. I wear veteran like a tattoo. It seemed like a good idea at first. I didn't do it for glory. I did it to help my family. I didn't do it to be a hero. I've saved more lives with a microphone and cell service. But hey, I can say that I did it. I survived despite the pain. It's a tattoo. It's just a tattoo. It seemed like a good idea at first. I see their faces and I hear their voices when they're not there. It's all in my head and I don't want to see them or hear them and serve with them. I don't want to serve anymore. Even once I'm out, I'll still have it. It's a tattoo. A tattoo that has marked my mind more than any battle scar has marked my body. I wear veteran like a tattoo. It seemed like a good fucking idea at first. I'm still here, not getting me that quickly. Alrighty, on deck, we have Decker. Where is it? Yay! Hi, love you, I miss you, Mom. This next homie, this next poet, this next performer, with every step, with every breath, with every blink, with all of that, they exude an opulence that can only be compared to, you know, like when like the moon is twinkling above like the water. Yeah, that's his next homie. Their opulence. Please clap until our homie Chris gets to the microphone. That's my teammate.
My pickle sweatshirt has been a hit today, so I figured I'd go with the food theme and do a popular favorite. This is titled Breakfast.
Yeah! I love to eat.
Pancakes show up at the worst times. They don't knock when they enter, they just make themselves at home. Multiple spatulas in the same pan, flipping batter scenarios. Are you remembering the recipe correctly, or just coping with the breakfast you were forced into? Nobody listened when you said you wanted waffles. Instead, they smothered more and more pancakes in syrup to make them easier to swallow. Sticky subjects stuck to every surface, stains that even time can't get out. And bacon is even worse. Replaying skillet scenarios that scream through the kitchen, setting off fire alarms in your memories, constant blaring and beeping that only you can hear, and you can't call the fire department for a fire that only you can see. So what else can you do but run your thick skin under warm water when the guilt trip grease spits out of the mouth of the pan and hope that it doesn't blister? Remember, when the nice woman with the clipboard knocks on the door, you tell her you don't know what burns are. Toast, no matter how long you put it in the toaster, still burns. But sometimes you leave it in there too long on purpose because it's what you're accustomed to. You don't know life with toast that hasn't been ruined, and of course you still butter it. Dress it up with jams and jellies and pretend that it's fine if you scrape off the black bits. Toast that you have to choke down is still toast. Eggs have a way of scrambling your thoughts, whisking the whites behind your eyes until you can't quite remember if you're making breakfast because you want to or because you have to. Walking on eggshells has become a lifestyle, but who could blame you? When the yolks who raised you burst at the slightest inconvenience, you learn to take them sunny side up. Trained yourself to peek into the cartons like cracking open a front door, trying to decipher with tiny ears if you're walking into a good dozen or a broken home. It taught you to hard-boil your own feelings until the yolks were gray and unbreakable, yet still, if you let the heat fester, an egg will explode. Cereal tries its best to make up for the lack of nutrition in your diet, but all it has to offer you is sugar. Cereal hopes it's enough to keep you full, but you're never quite satisfied. It wonders why you crawl back to the breakfast that ruined your appetite, and you tell the cereal it's not their fault. You appreciate when they soak themselves soggy in the milk you desperately need to strengthen your backbone. But watching cereal destroy itself for your happiness just makes you miss the misery. And after all, you can't help the menu that you're born into.
Wow.
Come on, Chris. Give it up for our opulent breakfast homie, Chris. Hell yeah. Alrighty, on deck we have Shelby. Hey, Shelby, you're on. No, you're on deck. No, I really don't want to yell you, so I'm gonna do this. Please pay attention. I'm asking nicely. Don't hide for hey. There we go. Don't hide from me. What is this? You too pretty to hide. Anyway, yes, you're so Shelby, eyes on me. Thank you. You're on deck.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you. On that.
Just let that ruminate. Up next, we have an equally opulent homie. We got a very sparkly, shiny open mic. It rivals my scarf. Yeah, it's pretty sparkly. If you've ever wondered why when you wake up you can just like breathe, it's all because of them. So yeah. Please give it up for the oxygen bringing homie Decker. Clap when we get to the
All right, well, glad we got I have old vacation shit.
Old vacation shit.
This is from when I went on vacation to Hawaii, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago. I should go back again. On a Palm Sunday morning, I watch as they sweep the streets, spreading large brush strokes across the pavement, like the arms of a giant in a black sea. Scattered fruits of coconut gather in a comb of green leaves. A palm branch, the extension of this man's past whole tradition in one fell swoop, and brush debris out of this modern woman's world. Somehow, I feel less like a tourist, of pretzels in hand, my breakfast from a claustrophobic street market, a place where I turn around and find myself in the cashier's lap. But I'm gawking, zooming my camera in and out, framing the perfect picture, and I know now that I am no less different from the Gucci and Parada that walk these streets. So I tuck the camera away and catalog this in my mental album. Then shifting the bag of groceries to another hand, I walk on past these native gardeners to join my sunburnt congregation vacationing on the Hawaiian sand. Thank you.
All right, vacation shit. We'd love to see it. All right. On deck, we have Renee. Renee, you are there. You are on deck, hiding so eloquently behind the plant. Alrighty. This next homie, who was formerly on deck. I'm just making sure. What can I say? Their opulence is like, you know how like if everybody's like a botanical garden, it's got all like the pretty flowers. They just throw a bunch of glitter on them, but like don't actually, because that'll probably hurt them. We don't want to hurt flowers. We want to nurture flowers. This is all because of you're wearing that cardigan. That's very nice. You'll see the very lovely cardigan once the homie gets to the stage. Please clap for Shelby and tell Shelby gets to the microphone.
We find ourselves, we will make the world go round. But just keep
I have. I've learned things, guys. That was my first time doing that. Like in front of people. Okay, so I picked the poem that I picked for today because of our lovely feature tonight. So that's my Kesty Bestie, which embarrasses him, but he loves me anyways. Hi. So I just wanted to kind of give like a little spiel before this off the top of my head. I'm really, really proud of Kes and for his journey that is to come with poetry and writing. And I remember being, accepting chocolate and a slam with Kes the first time I really talked to them. And like, we've grown so much and come so far. And I've always been really self-conscious about friendship. And I'm like, I love a lot when I love people. And I'm really grateful that he accepts me as I am, as, friends. And it's taught me what friendship is supposed to look like as an adult. So I'm really thankful for you. I love you too. We're in a rom-com. So this poem is about not great friends, but accepting how I love my friends, about myself. Okay, so flowers are a theme tonight, I guess. So this is called Wisteria. The wisteria plants itself in sentiment. Sediment falls to her knees. She waits for the rain to come. Reaches upward like a child, waits to be lifted onto mother's hip, finds ascending toward home. Wisteria grows vigorous. Cold-hardy yet warm-hearted, she is full sun, has to be to survive the winters. You have to water wisteria and wait years for her buds to emerge from her branches. Stay patient in the passing time while she grows for you. Find strength in her softness, beauty in the chaos of her winding leaves. When wisteria is ready, her fragrant flowers will cascade, trailing over trellises she was never meant to climb. Took the risk of being cut down to make shelter for you.
And even so, she bends her spine for you, carefully climbs up the siding, twists towards your windows with want, reaching not to take, only to be near you. You plant the wisteria, label her invasive, call her attachment aggressive, her leaves toxic, this relationship unmanageable. Maybe she is too much. Will become a wild entanglement of good intentions and bad habits, but you never pruned her. Never even read the directions, plucked her like a weed to avoid apologies, tore her branches away, her roots reaching for the memory of your head on her shoulder in Olive Garden. You snipped her back, cut off your best friend, you were everywhere, and then you were gone, as if you couldn't even bear to look at what you couldn't grow. I never meant to choke you out. I just wanted to hold on to someone constant, wrap my arms around something stable. Is it so cruel of me to want someone to curl into? To latch onto someone who says they love you? I know I have to let you go. To grow on your own, somewhere the grass is greener, but I thought we would be here forever. I imagine you're somewhere with blades of grass beneath your feet while I am grounded, still, in the garden. I wait for the fog to roll into our memories, to carry them away into dreamlike summers where I watch our secrets slip into the soil like earthworms, like pockets of air when I come up for breath in the morning. The wisteria drops her leaves, braces for the cold, waits for the promise that spring will return. She is unwavering, and the seasons change. We both do. When I remember you, I'm reminded that not everything alive has to be beautiful, that even things that grow can grow apart. I'm sorry that you couldn't admit you wanted to curl into me too, but I won't apologize for reaching out. My arms like widespread wisteria, longing for an embrace that will never come. Which is to say, I will probably never know how to love gently.
Opulent flower shit. Let's go. Give it up for Shelby. Alrighty. On deck, we have Megan. Megan, you're on deck. Yeah, y'all are so cute. You're cheering even before they even come up here. That's great. Alrighty. This next homie. You know, they say that allegedly Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Which I don't know if that's true or not. I've actually been to his house in Florida, so I'm actually out of all people most qualified to know. Anyway, you know what's brighter than light bulbs though? What? Can you let me do my job? Yeah, no, go stand in the corner and think about what we've done. You know what? Actually, you're only partially correct because I'm more creative than that. What color shirt are you wearing? Okay. Well, the heart of this homie shines even brighter than light bulbs. I'm mad at you now because that was going to be really good. That was going to flow so nicely. Give it up for the homie Renee. Claps for Renee into the microphone. Experience the opulence firsthand.
New shit. On the theme of tattoos. I ask Ma for a tattoo. Beg her for one last birthday gift, something a little more permanent. I ask Ma for a scar. For something to be said behind my back, preferably in ink so it can last longer. Tattooing is an art form, needle pinched under memory, layer by layer by layer. The shading was a type of high that outlined my pop's addiction. Jailhouse tattoos solidify a different permanence, turn record into scar, He built an underworld across his back, covered mistake with machismo. This body art is a mural for troubled boys, crafted by leftover niños whose sins are harder to erase from guilty skin. So his skin holds the ink long enough to lie. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I wonder when he stopped noticing the calluses, the ones that covered up his son's name, now numb to the rhythm of needle points. Will this make me a little more permanent? At some point, I ask him, what did you do to end up here? He never answers. Tells me stories of the friends he bled for and the streets he sharpened instead. I look in the mirror. A tattoo stares back. When asked about its permanence, I never answer. Instead, I wear my skin over my shoulder like a pelt passed down in his memory. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Thank you.
Come on, Ray.
Alrighty, give it up for Renee. Give it up a little more for Renee. Thank you. Maybe I do gotta start yelling at you guys again. Well, there's my biggest fan. Never wanted to disappoint. Alrighty, thank you. All right. I'm like dealing with like a head cold type deal, so I'm kind of like out of it. So I'm doing my best, but I mean, yeah. All right. Anyway, moving swiftly along. On deck we have Lauren. Hi, you're on deck. This next homie. Now we've been talking a lot about opulence, but in addition to being opulent, this next homie is exuberant. Bet you loser didn't think I knew that word. Don't ask me how to spell it though. I'm tired. Please welcome Megan to the
So this is circa 2018, so old shit. If anyone knows me, I'm obsessed with music. So this is after alphabet aerobics. This is called anxiety aerobics. Always asking, always analyzing, always apologizing. Anxiety always annihilates. Being babbling brooks barely, being there, constantly chatting, continuous conversation, calculated cautions. Distressed damsel, deceiving, doing damage, erratically evolving, finding forgiveness frantically, friends forget fellow feeling, giving grief, grasping, gasping, hurting head, holding heart, irrationally, in isolation, jokingly jarring, kindly killing kindness, losing lust, leaving love, lost mindfulness, making matters maddening, noting notations neurotically, neurons numbing, overthinking, partially present, qualifies, qualities, quietly recalculating, relief reigns resistantly, silently seeking support, taking trust, tarnishing that trust, unbelievably understood vulnerability, very verbose, watching, waiting, while xylophones yawn, you yearn, you yourself yank, yearning, zigzag, zainfully. Some exuberant top-tier alliteration from Megan. I said, give it up for you guys asked for it. If I start yelling next time, it's your fault. Anyway, alrighty. On deck after the mid-roll announcements. Yeah, that's why I said it.
On deck after the mid-roll announcements, we have Bella. Bella, you are on deck after the mid-roll announcements. But this next homie, wow, what can I say? What can I say? I can say a lot. Can you hey, shh, peanut gallery, get out of here. Yeah, wait till it's your turn to host, okay? These people I work with are sickening. They fire me. I don't even get paid. Opulent, exuberant, and I'm trying. Effervescent. Didn't I use that last time? And that's a word I've used.
I love that band.
I could do it. They are vindicated. They are selfish. They are wrong. They are right. They swear. They swear. No, you guys don't vindicated, but you guys suck. All right, Lauren, get up here. They like you better than like me. Lauren, I love you.
This is some 24-hour poetry marathon shit. I think an easy way to normalize obesity is to give us a mascot. And the hippopotamus is the perfect start. Call us the Hungry Hippos. Cute, aligns with the beloved children's game and represents that we value as a team, food. And we look like them with our thick butts and our chubby cheeks. Some of us are full size and others are pygmies, but in the chub, we all fam. Some of us eat vegetables and some of us eat flesh, but we have all capsized a boat a time or two. Ran up to 19 miles an hour to seize a wing stop and kicked off something underwater instead of swimming like we should have. The rotund population seems to be always smiling and enjoying ourselves, when in reality, we are pent up with rage. The largest and most dangerous land mammals, jaws strong enough to snap these skinny crocodiles in half. In half! Bisexual extinction in the blink of an eye. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. The fuck you do not! When we squat up, or shall I say pot up, it is over. We may look all cute, but are known to attack unprovoked, charging headfirst into anyone or anything that is threatening to our life, like doctor's office scales and pamphlets and cackling hyenas capitalizing on our insecurities. We hear you, and we hate you, and we glad we ain't you. We remind each other to block our ears and eyes from the vitriol, bellowing grunts and wheezes into the air, sticking by each other's side, but not like actual hippos because they're kind of covered in slime, which is really gross, so our sticking is strictly a metaphor. Unless it's time for ice cream, then I am not allowed to make any promises. So Hungry Hippos unite, brothers and sisters, and neither Mrs. or Misters, beneath our mud-soaked banner and our food-stained shirts. Because no one can stop our stampede of Crocs in sport mode and sports bras, chub rub cream and whole body deodorant. We will rush to be dormant. But do not forget how hard we bite.
That's right.
1, 2, 3, hours on me. Okay, I need you guys to pay attention. Give it up for Lauren! There we go. You guys have got you back into it for the most part. All right. On deck after the mid-roll announcements, we have Bella. But up next, we have the mid-roll announcements. Now, you might be wondering, Nicola, are you going to do the mid-roll? No, I'm not. I don't want to, and they've never asked me to. But don't ask me to. They don't need me to, because you know who we have? Make some noise for Connor
I think Nikolai would do good at mid-roll.
I don't want to.
You don't want to? Okay.
I do this.
Okay, yeah.
I'm tired.
Okay. My name's Connor. Hi, everyone. So we just have a few little small announcements, but important announcements before we get back to the second half of our open mic here. So, who are we? We are the Lowell Poetry Wheel. We are a wobbly wheel because we only have 3 spokes, but they are 3 very important spokes. We have the Untitled Open Mic, which we are here at right now. We have Mill City Speaks, which does our workshops and our slam team. And we have Free Verse, which is our youth poetry group. Yeah, there we go. So, one of the great things about us is that we do not charge a cover fee when you come into the venue because we operate on donations and grants. So, we will be, if you have any extra change to spare, and if you do have that, prioritize tipping the amazing staff at Dragonfly Cafe. But if you have a little bit of extra change, we will be passing around the amazing Dougie hat. Do we have Venmo? Are we doing Venmo or are we only doing cash? Is there a Q? Ask Ricky for Venmo if you don't have cash, if you want to donate a little bit. So, up front, we have our little welcome station, which has our email sign-up list. Get on that if you're not on it already. We have our little library up there, and a little birdie told me that there is some special merch up there by our amazing, wonderful feature, Kes. They have a chapbook, art prints, and stickers. You know, suggested prices, $10 for the chapbook, $5 for the art prints, and $1 for the stickers. You can do better than that. Kes is amazing. Their work's amazing. Come on.
Buy the art.
I forget anything else. Texting me something on the fly. We also have Low Poetry Wheel merch up there as well. On the fly text. Thank you, Ricky. Also designed by Kes. So and Lauren. So we do have upcoming events as well. So obviously Untitled Open Mic here, first and third Wednesday of every month. We have our online workshop that happens every second Tuesday of the month. I'm making sure Ricky did not text me anything else on the train of thought. We also have the Mass Poetry Festival that we will be taking part in on May 31st and June 1st. Book that in your calendars. Please and thank you. Oh, I thought you were texting me. Don't forget to follow us on at Low Poetry Wheel on Instagram, and make sure to check our website out at lowpoetrywheel.com. Thank you. Let's get back to the second half of the open mic.
Oh shit! Who's that? It's me. Dad came back and he's don't got cigarettes, but
But
he got
milk.
I do not got milk. All right, we're at cruising altitude now for the open mic, so I'm gonna nosedive us into the second. All right, so on deck we got Kayla. Up next, all my bits were about sitcoms, so I don't know what you were going at for opulency and whatnot. But this next poet is like if you were to take like Aunt Zelda and Aunt Hilda and like put them together, so you get like Hilda and Zelda, I guess still. Give it up for Bella, everybody.
I'm gonna ramble for a minute and then I'm gonna read.
Yes.
Kes is one of my oldest friends, and I saw they're doing a feature. I haven't heard their work since high school, so I'm excited to hear that. I do poetry up in Portland, Maine at Portland Poet Society. First and third Tuesdays and fourth Wednesdays. Pretty fun. They also do old shit and new shit, so that's kind of funny. I don't know how y'all work in terms of multiple poems, but I have 3 very short ones, if that's okay. Okay. This one is somewhat graphic and violent, but it's about a tree, not humans or animals. I found one of my favorite neighborhood trees cut down the other day, so that was very sad. Anyway, this is unsure these limbs are yours. The cut body weeps for its own loss, wet in providing life from its own depths, not yet scarred in awareness of its own destruction. Standing where my friend stood, wall of shelter, embrace of safety, checking in, almost home. Sliced eye hidden in pocket, chips, a bed, protection, so some see another season allowed to bloom. Thank you. This one's untitled, but I'm somewhat in love, so trigger warning, it was written with a
how I look, you know. Well, I look different, you know. I am a different person who I was now, and I look good about myself. But my parents used to make fun of me all the time. Go change, go look about yourself and stuff like that. So I think I achieved my goals in the past, and I think I'm doing good. Thank you.
They're too small for me. Thank you very much, Shannon. Thank you for sharing. Shannon, was this your first time on our open mic? Oh! Y'all know what that means, all right? So on the count of 3, please come back. Ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Please come back. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. On deck, we have, I believe it's either Joe or Jared. You didn't sign? Jared? Jordan? Okay. But up next, sitcom reference. Give it up for Ez. Keep clapping!
Hello. I have a poem. I say medium old shit, like October. Ugly
Medium old shit?
Ugly poem number 23. The sun will explode someday. I've come to a point where I'm okay with that. The fiery heat death of the universe was an existential fear of mine since I first found out. I was probably 6 or 8 or 10, whenever they teach kids about that stuff. It was never mortality that scared me, but the idea that it could come suddenly. I was afraid of intruders in the night, putting a belt in the door so the clattering might wake me, and hoping that waking might spare me. I feared that my death may be out of my control, an end that I had no choice in. Choice in the daylight that is my respite from terror. Smoke warms my lips as I hold my cigarette between them and check my phone. Nothing in particular. Why is it so hard to enjoy the sun without a reminder of my mortality between my lips?
Thank you, Ez. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Yeah, not much better. On deck, we got Mackenzie. Yeah. The man, the legend. But up next, we have the
artist. Hey yo.
Okay. So you know how there's like Steve Urkel and then Stefan or Cal? This is the secret third option. So give it up for Jordan, everybody. Jordan is not on the stage. Keep clapping until he gets here. Thank you.
That's funny because my dad called me Urkel one time, and I never really got over it. Okay, so this is a new poem. And it's a song, so I cut off like 2 of the pages because it was a song. Just like cut off the chorus and things. Okay. And it's from the point of view of my ex-girlfriend. Lately, I've been about as well as you are strong. For me, are you writing a song? What's it about? Guess what I mean to say is I think I'm still in your poems. I hope you're still playing the drums. Because for you, I never wish wrong. I'm into arts and crafts and finding funny rocks in the sand. I gave back your things, but you lost some of mine. And I tend to over-explain myself, because broken people break people down. I hope you're still at home watching TV with the sound on low, cracks in the driveway and broken sticks on your lawn. I think I cursed myself when I lost your mummified head. Claymation portals and teeth in the house. One time you said those crystals were stones and you used them for witchcraft. I've still got this nightmare where I start in a cul-de-sac and end up on endless stairs. That's the end.
Thank you so much, Connor. Thank you. All right, so on deck we got our working section, which is our section where our homies that help out and do everything here behind the scenes get to share their pieces. But before we get there, we got one more stop. And in a future timeline, this gentleman changed his name to Plays with Squirrels. That's a boy. Did nobody watch Boy Meets World?
Yeah.
Eric. Anyway, this is Mackenzie. Give it up for Mackenzie.
That's so funny. Stick around for your feature. Stick around for your feature. Stick around for your feature. Kes is amazing. Kes and I were on a team last year. Kes and I have worked on so many projects together. There was like a period where I was like meeting with him like 15 times a month, and he's just like been such a joy to be in community with, and so brilliant, and always questioning art in the best ways. And I'm so excited for like this next part of his journey and going to NYU and just like everything that he'll learn. So congrats, Kes. I'm so excited to hear you do poems tonight. I'm proud of you already. You're amazing. Give a round of applause for Kes one time. All right, so I'm gonna read a poem real quick. This is like revised shit because I'm working on a book, and so revising poems out here. So this is a superstition poem. Superstition. If you sweep too close to your feet, you will never marry. The autumn I moved into my apartment, written out of a shared lease on romance, I told my new roommates I'd given up on cleaning because I didn't want to be alone forever. They laughed and left me a list of chores. 6 months later, the kitchen stayed a wasteland of dishes so dirty, the mold started paying rent on the inside of my lungs. And I did nothing. Said to wade through the trash and make my home pristine was to call myself bare, ready to risk again, as if I didn't know how sometimes to love is to be a pig winking at the butcher before its own slaughter. My apartment is a mess because I am too busy tracking dirt and traversing through my filth to collect what I leave behind because I don't care about seeming less like a landfill. If all you see is garbage, then you don't understand potential. I want to love someone who will let me write them sonnets using junkyard pieces. Cinderella wrote a pumpkin to the ball. I don't want that type of transformation, but to be seen as beautiful before the spell is cast. Thank you.
Shout out to everyone that can be. Hi everyone. I'm back. We out here. As mentioned, people have been staying in all night. You gotta stay for our feature, okay? It's more than just stay. You gotta celebrate the homie, right? We want to keep on plugging. They brought some goodies. incredible artists. It's heavy to do stuff, get tired. I don't want Kes to be carrying a lot of stuff home with them. Lighten their load, buy their shit. That's all I gotta say right now. Okay, we're getting to the working section. These are just, there's a lot of people who make this possible. Of course, yourself, right? Y'all being here, having an audience, your energy. It'll be cool, like 5 of us hanging out. It's all right. But like, we're all in the community. We make this happen. Thank y'all for showing up and being a part of this. So once again, give it up for yourself. Give it up for yourself. Yes, yes, yes. We want to do the last section of this open mic. Wow, this list looks beautiful because there's more doodles and sketches on it than when we first started.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's like the boys' bathroom, but nicer.
You know what? No. I
Okay.
added stars and checkerboards. I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, there's some gossip on here already. But we want to make some space for some of the homies who help make this open mic happen in other ways. Supporting the wheel. There's a lot of folks. A lot of folks already touched the stage. And a lot of people continue to help out, show up. So thank y'all. We're always looking for support. So check out Low Poetry Wheel, lowpoetry.com, Low Poetry Wheel on Instagram. But this first homie, I'm not gonna do it on deck, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep it a surprise. It's a surprise. But this first homie, just one of the OGs here at the wheel, keeping it wobbly, helping us run our online workshops. Please make some noise for the homie Andrew, y'all. Clap it up to Andrew. Get to the microphone.
All right, so this is brand new shit. As of yesterday morning. Listen to this. There was a time when fear was not $1, anger not a 10. There was a time we spent our dreams, and when we bartered jokes and memories most dear. There was a time phones hung on kitchen walls, when networks aired their shows specific days, when homes had yards and rooms, and screens displays were heavy, and air was fresh. But now, time wails. Listen now, can you hear the banshee's cries, or can you read? We wake to worried news, and algorithm slumlords. Envy grows from perfect photos. Everything is noise and wildfire smog, doomed jobs, wars, and mist. There was a time once now we can only miss.
Let's give it up for the homie Andrew, y'all. Yes. I just want to let y'all know that the last call for the bar is 8:30, 8:30, last call at the bar, right? So you're like, oh, I've been so into the open mic, I've been so into the show, I forgot to get a drink, all right? The lemonade is bopping, all right? I heard the espresso martini is amazing, especially as a gift. And all the drinks are good as gifts. Just send it to this table, all right? Everyone at this table will happily receive gifts. And you're supporting the venue, okay? All right, cool. Okay, all right, just want to let y'all know, last call's at 8:30, all right? All right, keeping it going on the working section. Yo, I want to do another shout out for this homie, helping it hold us down. If you are on our Instagram, you may sometimes casually be chilling on a Sunday, you see our weekly roundup of community events. Okay, cute. All right, low poetry doesn't, we're not the only ones who do poetry stuff or event stuff. There's a lot of amazing stuff in the community. If you haven't been, uh, it's not a cult, honestly, but if you haven't already been part of the scene, the poetry scene is vast, it's expansive, but it's also intimate. You meet people from across the world who are also in your backyard, and there's incredible events throughout all of New England, the region, in the country, in the world. But this homie helps, broadcast some of those events in our backyard, help make our socials pop in with all the goodies that we do got going on. So I want you to welcome this next homie to the stage. Just clap it up for Angie. Clap till Angie gets to the microphone.
Sorry. I actually happen to really like cults. No, I don't. That's such a fucking weird thing to say. So this is called 3 Times My Body Has Been Taken Over by an Ancestor. 1. In 2011, we went out to dinner. You ate before me, before I arrived, and I, more naive than I'd like to admit, waited for you. It was an awful time. I walked you home like the gentleman you weren't, and on the way you proposed sex. Sex with a man who'd done nothing to lure me. Sex with someone who'd known nothing of my essence. We argued by your door, me surprised that you're so small when you're rejected. You saying things I don't remember. She took me that day. I don't remember who or when, but I noticed when I was walking away after the fact. And I wondered, how many times has she watched me sit so kindly to abuse? 2. In 2004, we argued about your friends. I don't remember who started the fight, but in your attempts to degrade me, you accused me of sleeping with him, and him. None of whom I'd ever let lay hands on me, and it wasn't until you suggested Angel that I swung. And I didn't know until after the fact, until I saw my hand on the other side of your stupid fucking face, and I wondered, how many times did they watch me sit pretty to this fucking abuse? 3. In 2022, you were out of the house. Whether at work or socializing, I don't recall. But the music was on and I cleaned my altar. I played merengue típico, música con tambora, and when el farolito came on, I felt it. The weightlessness of my body, the swinging of my hips, the spins and circles I can't normally tolerate. It felt like dancing with Dio Luis. That music took over me, and I wondered, how many times did they watch me sit pretty in abuse? How many times did they watch me miss the dance, miss the joy, and goodness? Thank you.
Okay, we got poems. We got poems. Keeping it going on the working section, y'all. See this lovely homie earlier. Came here with some important updates and news, keeping you informed, helping in the space look cute and comfortable for our Untitled Open Mic tonight. I'm gonna welcome back our lovely homie. Let's give it up for Connor, y'all. Clap for Connor!
So, I originally had an old piece that I was working to revise. And in that revision process, I learned that I hated everything about it. So, an hour before here, I wrote up something new. So, brand new shit. Candles, burning incessantly, spreading their fermented scents throughout the world, or my mother's kitchen. The wonderful thing about candles and wax is their ability to reshape themselves. The reshaping, however, isn't just a breeze. It takes place under heat, under pressure, molten, fire, pain. Can change really happen without challenge, without pain? My change came from my therapist's office. My change arrived when I started smelling the fermented scents of what lay on the other side. My change came when my candle in my mother's kitchen began to reshape its life under that intense heat. Some things have to get worse before they get better. The same way we have to light the candle on fire in order to smell its delicious scent. Maybe we all need a little bit of heat, a small helping hand, as we reshape the wax figures that are our lives. We only have one, so let's make it beautiful. Thank you.
We like brand new shit. We like brand new shit. Give it a homie Connor, y'all. Yes. I don't know. Who knows the Lil Wayne lighter flip?
Yes.
Okay, all right. But do that with candles for the open mic, you know? That'd be a good little sample to play, you know? Okay, anyway. All right. What? There's a couple of homies left on this open mic. All right. Before we bring Kes up here. Do you know, like, as if you know you now or you're a younger person and you're talking to someone who's like been around and like, you know, they give you a life-changing story. They're like, yeah, listen to this. This is what my life changed. I think this is the beginning of your life-changing story. That's all I gotta say. Okay. I know. I also hope that there's these two beautiful chairs. They're just staring at me. I hope by the end of this next poet, one chair gets filled, and then maybe another one, and it'll be a full front row for our feature. Okay. I'm excited for this next homie. This homie is looking fly. All right. We're saying opulence. All right. I've been making the low poetry wheel extra wobbly, you know, very wobbly, holding it down. My partner in crime, let's welcome the homie Rick up to the stage, y'all. Coming for the homie!
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. All right, that was a reference. Okay, so I got two poems for y'all tonight. I'm reading from my book. On the topic of books, Kes has a book. Please sell them out tonight. Yeah. It'd be crazy not to get one. All right. So two poems for you guys tonight. They are both form shit. Form shit. I've been writing a lot of form poetry lately. It's an interesting journey. In writing this book, one of my lovely beta readers challenged me to put the names of the forms in this book. Oh. This is a Crocomish Interkesbarni Okaslikranet. That is the name of the form.
Awesome.
Yes. That's fine.
It is titled For the Boy Who Nearly Broke. There is no earnesty in soft-spoken solitude. Choices made quietly did little for your fortitude. Darkness entwining around your brittle breath spares no one. Combining fears, flexing, taking what's not theirs. Take those emotions. Let them speak. Let them roar. Expel them. Commotions released and no longer stored. No longer the petulance of a child on life's oceans. Now a resonance within, racked by emotion. Release vitriol. And leave behind an aching past, no trivial task, but a path worth taking. Choose to decompress. Choose to rest. Be at peace. Now comes the time crests with acceptance and release. And this one is another Irish form, appeared here. It is titled Labor. Wordsmithing is a tinker's kind of trade. Steel cords twist and frayed and tangled up thoughts. But when we begin, sharp words, razor thin, balanced on a point pin, train of thought tots. Words, when they released, find a home and cease their frenzy, finding peace, however fraught. Does not last long, this tentative calm, before giving alms to chaos brought. So once again, we work our fingers clean, offering words seen and heard and caught, and mechanisms twitch, metaphors pull, twitch and switch positions with which we cast our lots.
Let's give it up for Rick, y'all. Yes, yeah. People out here publishing their poems. People here out with books. People who need to renew their Spotify account. Subscription. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all. All right. If you wasn't sure, these chairs are still here. I know. You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait till the last moment. You're gonna edge my chair occupancy. All right. If you need to poo before the feature, this is a good time to go poo because we got one more poem before we have our lovely homie Kes come to the open mic. Yes. Yes. Let's welcome your next poem. Let's give it up for Ricky.
Keep clapping, people. You know the rules. Clap, 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 clap.
All right.
You're not kidding. It's happening.
No, it's happening. I am bringing my lovely homie Lauren to the stage with me as well. All right. We're going to try to do this really quick, but Lauren and I are going to do a collaborative group piece for you this evening. We just need 2 words each. Can we get 2 words from the audience, please? Electric Panda is Lauren's word.
All right, I guess I'll take one word. Electric Panda is my word. Can someone record this madness? Thank you. There's someone in the back saying something.
All right. Can I get 1 word, please? Matcha balloon. Thank you. A second word for Lauren, please.
Do you hate me?
Ice.
Oh. If you couldn't tell, that's Kes's dad. Who just yelled ice across the room.
What do you want, Lauren, from that?
I'll take ice.
Okay, we got ice, and I'll take one more.
That's too messy. Whoa, we've already taken 2 words, so you guys are nuts.
Oh, so Coyote Studio. Okay,
Wait, what?
that's mine.
Coyote Studio is yours. What else is yours?
Matcha balloon.
I have Electric Panda.
Yes.
And ice.
Correct. Okay.
No descriptor.
That's
just
it.
ice.
And
Exuberant ice.
and this.
Jesus, with your
Okay, can we get 1 question from the audience that we'll ask Kes? It's a simple question though.
What's your favorite time of day? Where do babies come from?
Are you my dad?
Oh, yeah.
How heavy is the potato?
Depends on the type of potato. Throwback.
This question is for Kes. What is your favorite time of day? Noon.
Is when the ice should be melted, but sometimes that's not true. The school bell hasn't rang yet and ice is still outside.
We were outside chasing the shadow that looks like a dance Kes remembered at 1 o'clock. It tries to take up all the air from a morning dew, and it has the whisk of a matcha balloon.
Sorry, I burped. We hold the matcha balloon in our hands as the 24-hour poetry marathon goes on. I stare at Kes's cat, and she stares back at me. Not one brain cell between the two of us. It is 3 a.m. I'm screaming about electricity and mammals, and electric panda is all I know now. It is the poem. It is the place. It is the people, and Sage agrees.
Sage is a matcha balloon.
Heck yeah.
Sage has all of Kes's memory
And blood.
and blood
Sage, for sure.
tucked between the paws of 4 o'clock. It is 6, and the world is dancing to a song that Kes has on his playlist.
Ham and cheese.
It's cheesy
That's the song, ham and cheese.
and choppy,
Choppy. Chopped cheese.
and we swear that there's only wild animals in this room. A coyote studio here to honor the dance that happens when the sun's down.
Wolves come out to play, because it's a poem for Kes. That's all you need to know. But the wolves come out, declare themselves hungry, scream at the moon for something other than light. They're waiting for word. They're waiting for something bigger than themselves. For Kes to write them alive.
And Kes looks at the clock, and it looks like a familiar number, but the day is now upside down. It's midnight, and we ask Kes, what's your favorite time of day?
Let's give it up for Lord, give it up for everybody.
We did it, y'all. We got a full front row ready for our feature. All right. Main event. All right, bar's going to close. Last call in 3 minutes. All right, you can still get Kes a beverage. All right. I'm here. Gluten-free beverage. I don't know what that looks like, but. Oh! If I
Anything you want.
Oh my goodness, yes. So many options. All right. Okay, Kes is the homie. Been rocking it with us. Multi-venues, all right? Multi-universes. Really sweet to have them here. Part of our lovely, wobbly community. I know a lot of the folks have been sharing little snippets of their love and appreciation for Kes. So you know this person is loved, all right? We're really excited for them. She's gonna make some big moves, not too far, close enough. But I'll be reading this bio. This bio put together by the homie Angie. Angie help put the bio track together for the homie Kes, you know?
Oh, the tears.
All right. Kes is a poet and visual artist currently based in Mill City, Lowell, Massachusetts. They're a fierce community member of the Lowell Poetry Wheel and have brought Mill City Speaks to final stage at North Beach. Took the title of 2024 Box Pop Poetry Slam. Right. They also co-founded the Mill City Speaks Writing Retreat and has made merch. Lovely merch for our lovely community here. Kes is also an educator, okay? Because they're about that, you know, for the youth, for the people. They're a sweetheart. All right, this is a fact, right?
It is a fact.
That's a fact. A sweetheart and a cat dad, right? This is Sage we're talking about, right?
Sage, yeah, that's right.
All right.
The legend.
You can find Kes's work at Western Ave Studios, where they have a cute studio there, okay? Beyond Queer Words, Close, Eye Open, and Passenger's Journal. All right. This is a sweet treat. We're really excited to welcome our lovely friend. Make some noise. Get some drum rolls right now. Yeah. All right. Give it up for Kes!
Lauren and Ricky again. That was so sweet.
It was so improv. I walked up and said, "Are you ready to do your poem?" And he said, "Oh, it's a group piece now, and there's maybe staying there." So.
Oh, sure. That's awesome. I love that. Before I start, I have to say that I'm not good at improv. I really love to edit poems. I really, really love to edit poems. So it's hard to say how much this community has meant to me. I'm really, really incredibly grateful for this space and all of you lovely people. And yeah, I don't know what I would have done without you. Like really for real. Don't know what I would have done. So thank you. Okay. I'm gonna do some poems. Is that okay? Awesome. All right. Poetry. It's time for poetry. Okay. This is after breathing, I commit my second sin.
Yes.
Before I ever learn the violence of ritual, I raise my ignorant hand against a mourning dove. Like many children, I was obsessed with baby animals, with seeing what I had in common with the young of everything that ran through the backyard. I just want to see. The eggshell crumbles in my hands like salty, dry sand after the tide has gone back out, and there is blood everywhere. I run. It coagulates, and my red fingers get cold and sticky. My neighbor tells me that she can't fix her. She cleans my hands and puts the bird in a bag and gives her back to me. I break a mourning dove in my hands and bring her bloody body to my mouth. The eggshell scars my throat. The tissue makes a memory. This, it screams, is the cavity where grief will rot, unending. From the coo of the bird, I learn the whisper, and the whisper I learn as grief swallowed whole. I kill the mourning dove, and she tells me what death is. And when I bring her back to her mother in the sandwich bag, her mother tells me that one day my mother will die. And I understand for the first time the full weight of what I have done. So it's about a bird, but also about the unmaking of a little girl. Some days it's a poem about outliving ourselves, which is to say that some days it's a poem about transness, how it lives in the blistered heels of other trans people wondering, are you yourself enough to stay alive? Are you depriving yourself of anything today? And knowing that some of us won't make it. Anyway, some days it's a poem about memory. I've been thinking about Leela Alcorn again, wondering about her like she was an angel and not just a girl broken on the martyrdom of a viral moment. Some days it's a poem about me and the ghost of Leela standing out back of my high school, taking in the road and the violent potential of cars, about looking and turning around to go back inside. Leela stays outside. Some days it's a poem about being consumed, tangled in forgetting how to cry and guilt for wanting to, and some days it's a poem about a mourning dove. Something that I forgot to mention because of how sweet everyone was. General blanket content warning for references to suicidal ideation, colonialism, violence, and some gory imagery for just the rest of the time. Do what you gotta do. All right. This, a lot of people know this one. All right. To the last wild wolf in Ireland killed in Monte Carlo in 1786. We named you first McTeer, son of the land, and because we assumed that the son must look like his mother, we called the land Wolfland. Once dense forest played nursery to your shy mirage, mounds of moss grew to cushion your feet, and the wind sang your lullaby, hush. Fallen branches and dry leaves quiet their whispers for you, like training wheels for stalking your next meal. More than 1,000 years before this final moment, the annals claim that blood rained from the sky, that wolves were heard speaking like humans. Did you try to warn us then of what was coming? 6 pounds for every bitch and less for each kind. After Cromwell's after image leaves instructions for conquerors, carved and recarved into the hills of every place that remembers its conquering. First, it says, name every sharp-toothed meat eater a predator, then kill every predator. There must be nothing scarier than you. When small and soft creatures become overabundant, name them prey. Do not differentiate between the rabbit and the person. There can be no more mothers, no trees, cut them down equally, collect the bodies. You need them. You need them so bad for ships and houses and things to sell and sell with. There can be no more trees and no mothers. Second, salt all but specially designated soil. These are the special growing zones. If the soil does not feed you, conqueror, first, then do not let it feed anyone at all. Prey must be hungry to stay prey. Third, when they call you savage, cruel, ravager, tell them that they are even worse for having resisted you. Take their unmothered children and teach them of a God who loves them, oh so much, but who acts exactly like you do. Then Cromwell's after image says, it will not matter when you die. It will not matter for hundreds and hundreds of years when you have made a whole people pray. It will take them centuries to imagine unconquering themselves. When they find the last wild wolf in Ireland, they find her because she is killing sheep. Her survival, too bloody for unforested land, she is unrepentant. She is furious. I was hungry, she screams. I was so fucking hungry. I'm all alone out here now. There are no trees, no rabbits, no elk, no instruments for the wind to sing through. There's just you and the sheep. And I ate the sheep. I ate the sheep. In her hunger, the wolf becomes prey. And then they kill her. If you don't know, I write a lot of poems about wolves. And so you will hear more, but this next one isn't about wolves.
No.
Sorry.
I'm here to do
This one's about fireworks.
Oh.
Oh, I love that.
I love you.
Aw. All right.
Okay, bye.
The fireworks are on, and I think about the difference between fireworks and gunshots from a distance is the echo. A firework is a gunshot that wants your attention, and a gunshot is a gunshot. The difference between fireworks and bombs is the showmanship. The finale lights on the hillside like a strobe. See cat flattened under couch, eyes big and black, drooling on the carpet. See image of the yard calcified. Think, if this was a bomb, is this anything like what it looks like right before it doesn't look like anything at all? The difference between fireworks and gunshots from close up is allegedly cheering. See freeze frame on an open mouth. Think, from a distance, how close is awe to shock on a baby's face? The difference between fireworks and bombs the next morning is who lit the fuse. A firework is a bomb set off by a patriot, and a bomb is a firework set off by anyone else. Sound and its absence remake meaning a weapon, all of its own, while denying that we have bombed anyone, ever. My newsfeed shows me that gunshots are greedier than fireworks, that fireworks taught gunshots how to be so greedy. It is harder and harder to hide from here. Fireworks look like teething rings, foam swords and glow sticks like baby-proofed boot camp. July, a rewiring, an intentional countermeasure to the revolutionary leanings of summer. Isn't it fun to be an American? Lesson, bombs are freedom, taste like friolator and powdered sugar, sound like children's laughter, and look like red, white, and blue. Dreams really do come true, shining instead of stars in night sky. We're gonna meander a little bit. Meander, and we're gonna some trees. This is something a little bit new. Okay.
A little bit new.
A little bit new. This is Portrait of Briareus as a Torn Coastal Pine. Even before I was bent, half rooted and half in pieces, grown, tangled between faceted mountain faces, my 1,000 fingers reaching, all eroded and eaten and kissed away by wind and water and moss and lichen. In some versions of the story, I am loved by the sea, favored for the naming of ships, known for overpowering whales before I spiraled and leaned gracefully towards the lake, my back braced against the Atlantic. In some versions, Poseidon and I share a different name, and that name is a palace. And in some versions, he kills me under it, buries me, torn in a great land tomb. Here, I once saw magic raising its hooves over coarse water and heard murmurs of recognition through my roots, and I still wonder why magic leaves and where it goes. Okay. I'm gonna read some stuff from the chat book.
Slur. I hate changing that.
I'm not gonna read that. So I don't need to read it. You know, like if it's, you know, I'm sorry, I confused you, and that's my bad.
Well, no, I know, but still.
Where is this? Oh, here it is.
It's
Okay.
really taking requests. I might as well throw it on my head.
All right, this is the snake wrapped around the end of the world has dreams too.
Yes.
And it's like a broken contrapuntal.
Yes.
All right.
Over done.
As is broken. So I'll read part of it twice and then once together. All right. Every night I swallow the day, and in my dream I am carved in the wrong light, and on the other side this monster has gone missing. Every night I swallow the day's failures to sleep fitfully. The radiator hisses and burns next to me. It spits water from both ends. In my dream, the house is burning. Waking is an unwilling revival. There are more failures to face. In the morning, I can call them something else, but by night, I will have failed at that too. I am carved from a hungry shame. It eats me as I burn its fat in my lamp. Each winter, I make myself a cannibal. Each summer, I walk into a dream, a riddle cast in the wrong light. You are supposed to tilt the camera and see what's before you from a better angle. Adjust the framing to see what is on the other side of this obstruction. The film we're making is about this monster that lives in our house that's burning. If we look away, it will disappear, and then we would be making this movie where the star has gone missing. Woo! Woo! It is time for another wolf.
Yes.
In addition to the wolf, I've been thinking a lot about the Irish wolfhound.
Yes.
It was bred to kill wolves and used successfully to do that. It was also coveted by Roman empires and emperors, and like bred to extinction, and now they're back. And you know, it's a weird complicated thing. Yeah, exactly. So I got some wolfhound thoughts. This is a persona poem. It's called In 1789, Dog Speaks. My name is Wolfhound, and I am proud of my name. I got it from my cousin Wolf. It means wild, which I am. Even though I live inside with my man, I love him, my man. He feeds me, and sometimes we play fetch. I protect him. I'll growl at anybody. My man takes me to the vet. He says I don't really need to go. If I'm good, he gives me some of the meat that only men get to eat. It tastes like the stuff in my cousin's fur when he was fallen down asleep, and I dragged him back to my man. The vet talks a lot about my heart. He uses words I don't know to talk about how thin the walls are, but I think I would know if there were walls inside me. He says it in that voice humans use when they're hurt but hiding it. My man tells him I'm okay in that voice he uses when we play. He says, I'm a good boy. I fought lots of wolves, so a little heart thing isn't going to take me down. I trust my man. Sometimes, when my man is asleep, I put my chin on the windowsill and look for my cousin Wolf. He is never out there. I'll cry on the windowsill. I want to keep playing our game. The one where my man makes a scary noise and tells me to fetch, and I find Wolf fallen down and asleep, and I drag him back to my man, who takes him away, and I cry because I want him to wake up. My man says, stop it now. And I love him, my man. He feeds me. Sometimes we play fetch, but sometimes when my chin is on the windowsill, I cry and I wonder why there is no one out there to play and why I am a wild thing looking out from the inside. I wonder what hound means. Why my chest hurts when my man says it. I want to run and run, even though I'm not as fast as I used to be when my man and I would play every day. And then usually my man wakes up. He tells me, stop it. Stop it now. He's trying to sleep. I lay by the door and I put my voice away. For this next one, content warning. I'm going to say a slur, and I'm going to say it a lot. And it's mostly exciting, but that is the content of the poem. And I just want you to know that before I say it. I am a faggot, and faggot is a threshold. Today, it's a portal. I am pulled through on the elementary school bus. Here, it litters the rows carelessly, interchangeable with crumpled paper and pulled hair, and my face shoved against the window by another child. It hurts, and I tell on him, and he teaches me what kindling is. Faggot is kindling. Insignificant, too small to fill a fire, but just enough to feed it. I learn myself as barely worth burning, a model of stretching to set myself on fire for the honor of keeping others warm. Faggot is all harsh sounds. It catches and pulls on the insides of my cheeks, splinters burrow, walk on the wound and feel the way it digs deeper. I pull the kindling from the coals and scald my hands on the bark. Blisters split open and ooze up my arms. I imagine the sores as red rhinestones. The pus, eyelash glue, a little glitter, and face paint go a long way. Faggot remains unchanged, but I become splinter. I catch and I pull until I am burrowed under its skin. We become candle, sparkler. Hear the crackle of fireworks, they herald us in. Faggot and I become chimera. We are made new and wild. We are beast and we are worth fearing. We put our stake in existing. We can't be made pretty. We just are pretty in all of our ugliness. So we dance and we dance while the world burns down. Faggot and I scream with our many-toothed maw. It is a wordless thing, and the thing is a song, and the song keeps us waking and breathing through all of this smoke. Faggot is a fire starter, but I'm too scared to escalate. Usually, I think I am better burning slow. More and more, I feel guilty. I remember that kindling is the scrap of the forest floor, and I wonder what the forest who birthed me and faggot together would have to say about how scared I am. Old growth forests have always managed longevity through fire. The longer you wait to burn, the more devastating it is. Faggot reminds me that forest fires turn grief into nourishment. I remind faggot that you can't undo a fire. But faggot knows what the forest has always known, that ash is necessary for growth. started coughing cotton. So, like,
Throwback shoot.
Yeah. Can I share something really new with you all?
Yeah.
What? Can I share?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
This is we're gonna call it like a gay X-Men Ars Poetica. All right. All right.
Some marathon shit right here.
Okay, so watching the X-Men movies consecutively is, historically speaking, a great indicator of a depressive episode. Experts agree they're not good, and they're totally part of a superhero movie franchising trend that is poorly veiled military propaganda, or at worst, really well veiled military propaganda. Despite myself, I kind of love them, and I like to think that they have a kind of queer narrative. Like, examine the Venn diagram of leftist infighting and the definition of homoerotic literature, and discover Professor X and Magneto in the middle. The world doesn't need any more superhero movies. We're so good. But can I pitch you mine, though? There's going to be gratuitous movie violence, and a frame rate so high it's uncomfortably realer than life. In the movie, Magneto will kill Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And he will be awesome at it. Magneto and his god powers will rain terror down on the oppressors. He'll rip a spacecraft from the sky and drop it on the White House lawn. Actually, instead, to be more visually on theme, let's have him drop a stadium on the White House lawn and then crush Teslas like soda cans and drop them inside. Make the Capitol a recycling bin for a better future. And this is a little like X-Men Days of Future Past, but wobbly timelines and weird repetition are important hallmarks of a good X-Men movie. So this will happen on a national broadcast, and the world will watch, and Magneto will look at the camera and announce that the age of kings is over. He'll say, "No kings, only poets." And then he'll disappear. The world will wonder where he went, but we'll figure out how to move forward. Most of the movie will be the epilogue, where the professor and Magneto are in love, and they get to run the school and do their best to make education transformative and revolutionary instead of a tool to uphold systems of oppression.
Yes.
And Magneto, he'll teach fucking poetry, and it'll be sick as fuck. And poetry will transform the mutant kids' lives. They'll get to think about who they are instead of just trying to survive. And the Age of Kings will finally break into an age of mutant kids and poets. Same. I got a couple more for you. Like literally a couple. It's another wolf one.
Yeah.
We're moving forward in time. So the wolves disappeared. The wolfhound reflected on how shitty that was. And now we're coming to America. This is when wolves come to America. When wolves come to America, it's a dog's world. So they domesticate themselves, become wolfhounds. Footnote, which are at increased risk of developing cardiomyopathy, mostly due to their size. The walls of their heart are stretched, too thin from keeping that big body alive. Survival will kill them. Sometimes the world doesn't need a metaphor. Footnote, predisposition to heart disease is a byproduct of the body's generational overcompensation from the famine, either from the memory of genetics or the memory of the water, tinted by barrels buried 3 years in a day under peat. The pattern is the same. Sometimes our body's best shot at survival makes us ill-equipped to handle what comes after. So wolves come to America, and they make themselves into wolfhounds. It is not so hard to do. Not when the African ibis and the American bison are right there, and the wolf's face is not so far from the dog's. Not when he puts his ears back. No one hunts the wolf anymore, but it's not enough for the wolfhound, ill-equipped to handle this after he is still not lapdog enough, so he becomes a hunter. And that's really how a wolf becomes a wolfhound. He puts a collar around his neck and calls it freedom, uses that freedom like a battering ram. His breaking heart tells him he was born with a badge number. Every Irish American pig has a wolfhound's heart. Generously, he's a vanguard of his grandfather's oppressor, less so. He is what he is, a traitor. Footnote. What did O'Connell say? How can the generous, the charitable, the humane, the noble emotions of the Irish heart have become extinct among you? The liberator disowns the hound, and the Irish wolves go extinct a second time. Oh my god, you got me tea? Thanks, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I think we're going. Thank you. Okay. This is the last poem.
What?
No!
Encore. I took the rest of the week off.
You should though.
Howl and protest.
We're gonna try to go somewhere cuter, somewhere sweeter.
Oh.
A little bit. Small promises.
A baby wolf. A baby wolf.
This is a hoodie drives a bottle of glitter border after Zachary Schomburg. The hoodie is a conspiracy theorist, but he says he likes to check his facts. The glitter glue is an optimist because he is far from home. Next to the glitter glue, there is a cup of coffee, steaming and lidless. The hoodie tells the glitter glue that the government made up glitter. That glitter is a distraction from the war. The hoodie says, you don't know war like we do. Your government keeps sending weapons. It doesn't matter who's in charge. They're all the same. This is a pothole or a speed bump. The car bounces and the coffee sloshes up. There is a moment where the glue and the cup realize that they are crossing a border in the hoodie's white van. The cup does not spill their coffee, but the whole car is filled with steam. The glue leans back in his seat. The glue thinks that the hoodie might be a little right about the war and the weapons, but has never been more aware that he is made of glitter. The glue looks out the window at the sun and worries about catching the light. The hoodie takes them to a forest. In the forest, they hike. The glue runs ahead and hides. For the next few hours, the hoodie and the glue pretend that they are not playing hide and seek with each other. The hoodie likes to talk. Hates when no one talks back. The glue likes to listen. They come across a cave. The hoodie says, "Are you scared? We can go around." His voice has a twinkle in it. "No way," says the glue, catching the light. The hoodie and the glue are playing. Out in the woods that neither of them call home, they stop pretending that they are not. Like little boys, they do not need to know each other's names to recognize each other as friends. The glue is still made of glitter, and the hoodie still does not know. But there might be a glimmer in the way they speak to each other. When their cheeks are red and the sun has started to set, the hoodie and the glitter glue and the cup of coffee eat a big meal together. The hoodie drives them back over the border, and for a second there, it almost feels like they fixed something. Thank you, everybody. Oh my God. I'm going to talk for 3 seconds. Thank you, everyone. You were incredible. Thank you to this venue, to Ricky and Rickov, to the team, to Mackenzie, especially Mackenzie. Always especially to Mackenzie. If you read the acknowledgements in my chat book, you'll see that I'm bad at saying thank you, but I really, really love these people a lot. Okay, that's it. Thanks.
So that's more incentive.
Yeah, chat book's back there. It really is pay what you can. Like, I'm so serious, I mean it, pay what you can. Like, thank you. Okay.
Let's give it up for Kes one more time, yo. That's the homie. For sure. As mentioned, let's help Kes not bring so much stuff home with them. There's that merch table. There's chapbooks, art, stickers, all suggested donation. If Kes has a capacity, talk to them, say what's up, connect with any of the other poets here. They also have capacity as well. But other than that, thank you for being here. We'll be back in June 4th for our next Untitled Open Mic. If you have any dirty dishes, trash, if you can help us clean up, the venue is closing now. Y'all are sweet. Be safe out there. Protect your neighbors. Lead with love. Fight. Resist. Y'all are beautiful. Thank y'all. Let's get it for all the homies. I want to do a big shout out to Nick. Y'all forgot to shout out to homie Nick right here. Nick on the camcorder. Shout out to the homie right there. Yes. Thank y'all so much. Bless y'all.
That eye contact, whichever phone. We were locked for a minute. I know. And I feel bad. Like, we would take a nap. And I went,
If you're done buying merch and hanging out, if you want to help out, please connect to one of the organizers. If you want to give us a hand, thank you.
Very exciting.